Came out here to pick up this chicken feed we'd stored here. What I want to show everybody, this is a field we had drilled that we disked, and it was basically powder, and then we blew out I think it was right 105 bales, ran a processor over it all the way down the road, and this is the field. I know people probably didn't believe me when I said disking the top like that wasn't going to kill the grass or hurt the alfalfa, and in fact it might actually help the alfalfa. And up there along the road, it really did. It's just full of new alfalfa plants that are starting. But you can see down here that's it came back better than normal. Now I just have to decide. You got to play that whole balancing act again on what field we hay, what fields we graze, and all that. So yeah, but it came back really good. Good armor on the ground, good soil happening, things are happening, so it's nice. I mean, the brome grass is pretty much consistently all headed out. Obviously not exactly what I want, but it's evenly uniformed headed out, so it's good that way. He got Meals on Wheels kind of running. But yeah, so we're gotta look some things over out here. We're gonna pick up at least 2 of these bags, get them off this field. It's been raining a lot, and I wasn't gonna plant nothing in the ground, but just last night we got 1/2 inch, and I mean the ground just took it just like that. So I think the ground is actually soft enough, and it might be a mistake, not really a mistake. I might not get nothing, but we're gonna go plant some of these oats on about 5 acres probably. And now that's oats that were out here that had some grass seed in it and some alfalfa. Worst case scenario, I'm replanting some more alfalfa up somewhere else. So awesome. But yeah, it's, I don't know, that storm cloud, we might get wet again. Weren't supposed to, but here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and get this somewhat picked up and not find no nope ropes that rattle. So alright, well, got it picked up. Little mishap on my part, I dropped the bag, but we got it. As you can see right here on this road, all that dark green, that there is all fresh alfalfa plants. So it did good by disking the field. And I know in Regen Ag, you know, they don't put metal in the ground, but sometimes the ground needs a shock too, and it's adaptive grazing. It depends on your context. We as humans tend to get so complacent, and this worked this one time, so that's all I'm ever gonna do. But we really ought to always try to change, adapt, learn, and keep learning. So we got to sit down and see if we're gonna graze that or hay it. If we hay it, it's gonna go right back to what it was. I don't want to do that. Much rather graze it. But when the rest of the grass, it came up now after we had that couple inches of rain. Even though some of it was headed out, it did come up a little. But I don't know. I'm gonna cut what we cut, and yeah, I don't know. It's a good thing he's planning on calling pretty hard anyway on the ewes, because the hay is going to be the limiting factor here for us for wintertime and what we can have for head count. So it stinks, but we're working on that. We're gonna have some soil samples done this year, and we're gonna study. We're gonna talk to some regen people about some kind of foliars that we can put on to help in the springtime, help really get the biology going and get the grass producing more. So hopefully that we can have more off of, you know, one field while we attempt to improve other ones. Right now, yes, we have that behind the big hill there, and it's pretty nice, but what we gained there, the other fields lost. So they went backwards, and that one's kind of taking up the majority of the brunt of having to be done. And I don't want to hay it again this year, but I'm in no position to where we can. So we got to look into some foliars, get some more cover on the ground. Bale grazing's awesome, it's working great, but we can only do so much per winter, and we need to get the system going quite a bit better than that. So we're going to be looking into some things what we can maybe plant in the fall for some spring green up, and then I know I've said it before, but roller crimp it down or something to get that armor and the nutrients back down on the ground to help protect the topsoil, top layer, and also feed the biology underneath. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to have something planted, like some cereal rye or something like that, to be able to lay it down where it's a nice thick mat. In other, you know, in Missouri places, that cereal rye will grow 6-7 feet tall. I'd be happy with getting some kind of a crop to grow, you know, evenly, you know, 1.5 foot tall, 2 feet tall, to roller crimp it down and lay it down flat. If it's even, that's all it needs to be. But it is what it is. So sorry the window's a little dirty on the tractor. We got to clean it out. We're behind like always. Got to get the haying equipment going and see what we can do with that. Got to get a steer ready for processing here this next week. Funeral for a farmer in the community for next week, the same day as the steer goes in. Yeah, just got to keep going. Got some grain hauling to do and lots of fencing. So I'm gonna get this all head in, you know, back to the house. This tarp and tires, don't want to leave it out in the field. And we will probably go try to hook up the drills. And I don't know if we'll be able to get anything in the ground tonight, but we'll go hook them up and see what's going on with that. And hopefully, you know, we're only talking about a couple acres, so hopefully we can get it knocked out, but it's hard saying. Well, let's go find out. 1/2 inch of rain. I do believe that I should have went and checked that earlier, but after all day, the ground's pretty hard. I don't think drills get seed in the ground. So, and it's almost dark. We'll try again another day. Gonna have to be right after it rains, or during a rainstorm, I don't know. But we're a couple steps closer, and I mean, if we get it seeded, we get it seeded. I guess if we don't, we don't. Kind of a thing. It is what it is, but that's tonight. We got some trucking to do in the morning, so got to change oil tonight actually on the black semi and the like. So yeah, we're done for the evening. So a little bit of moisture here this morning, softened up the ground a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Got seed boxes loaded with plenty to do this little field here. So like I said, got a little bit of moisture, but it's still fairly hard. But hopefully hopefully we can get it in the ground. And if not, well, it's an experiment. So that's what we're doing. I'll get it there. This was grazed pretty decently. Alfalfa, I mean, the grasses start trying to come back, so with this moisture here, hopefully it'll yeah, have enough energy in the ground to get some seeds started, and seeing what they'll do. I'm not expecting much, but hey, at this point, if any of that seed grows, I mean, that's a win. So that's what we'll take. I'm gonna hop in the tractor, get moving. After I move this pickup, I try not to put myself in positions where things are really close. Like, I mean, I'm gonna move the truck, should be fine. Gonna do it anyway. Got that seeded. Don't have it rolled yet, but working on it. Got the cows moved. Hopped in the trucks to come over here. A little bit of grain. Got some bridge work happening over there. Sometimes this best laid plans is gonna get this job done tomorrow. No sooner as I'm pulling out of the yard do I get the text saying that the elevator's closed tomorrow. So we'll get this load in anyway and go from there. It'll have to be Monday, Tuesday, I guess. Wanted this all kind of cleared up, so we got hay in to get on and all that, but it is what it is. Just keep moving forward. So I do love that tire winder. There's a couple things I want to do to make it a little bit better. In the corners, the wire kind of tucks into the four-wheeler. I want to build a couple offsets on the four-wheeler, sticks out to hold the wire further away from it when you go around the corner. Other than that, that tool is amazing. So my brother's going through and picking that up. As you can see, we've pretty much grazed off the good out of here. Yeah, it's awful short grass. Where I moved the sheep to is looking, I don't know if it's worth cutting or if we should just keep doing this with them here, even though I want to improve other ground, not this. It's kind of hard to tell what we want to do, but I don't know. Do not know. Picked up the corner here for the sheep, put the wire up, and 3/4 of the bunch runs through like they're supposed to, and the other ones act like they're idiots. So I would use the dog, but everybody's respecting the wire really good right now. And if I send Bear out after them, they're gonna go through it. So just waiting for my brother to get wrapped around the corner here, and once that fence gets picked up, they'll just walk over. So no big deal. But yeah, this is our operations, and we're trying to keep making better and better each day. So got the cows moved earlier. Well, I guess you can't see the cows, but they're over here in that little field. Got those sheep over there yet, out there, but I'm not sure if they need moved tonight or not. I don't know. I'm not working tomorrow with the trucks, so I'll probably just move them in the morning. But gorgeous evening. We had a thunder shower go through Stanford over that way when we was over there hauling with our one load of grain to town, but it didn't get out here. So I was really hoping it would, because I was going to put the roller on that tractor and roll that field that we planted this morning, just to give it a better shot at starting. But we didn't get that done in the storm, so guess we won't. But it's pretty cool. You can go out, you can put up half-mile fence and never really leave the four-wheeler. A couple of tricks in the corners to build the fence, but other than that, you just go and put out your post, and then you turn around when they're done grazing, you go the opposite direction and pick up the post. There's nothing in the field, there's no permanent fencing that way. It's pretty nice. Now that the fence is down, we'll just kind of walk over here, push them out. And they should go no problem. And there we go. It's funny, the little ones start jumping and bucking around. Gorgeous sky tonight. It's a pretty good view. Wide open spaces.